Getting clear skin is one of those elusive things that everybody seems to be after. So I'm gonna give you my 18 tips for how you can get clearer skin. Hello and welcome to the Queendom. I'm Sarah Engel and today we're going over my 18 personal tips for how to get clearer skin. There is nothing that's overnight going to magically give you perfectly clear skin, and even people who usually have clear skin, there's very few people who always have like perfect skin and never ever break out, except for the anomaly of my sister. Faith has literally never had one pimple ever, and I don't know how that's humanly possible. A lot of it is like a lifestyle choice, and honestly, I don't always follow them. Not every single one. I usually do. There's like some that I usually do, some that I always do, but every single one on the list, honestly, I don't always use it. It's kind of like, I think of it like working out. It's like a lifestyle thing, and you can choose to do that, but sometimes people don't always choose to do it even though they know that they should. The whole reason I just started thinking about this list is because several years ago now, somebody, it was kind of like a long-time family friend, emailed me and had his niece was suffering from severe acne, and it really bothered her, and he wanted to know if I had any advice because he knew that I modeled, I guess, and you are basically required to have clear skin if you're gonna model. So I remember I wrote up this huge step-by-step email, and I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that I had so much knowledge and so many things that worked. It not only helped me improve my skin, but it also helped her improve her skin. So on this list, we're gonna start with the super duper easy things that anybody can do. A lot of them are completely free. As we get towards the end of the list, work our way up to some more extreme measures. So first and foremost, number one tip for getting clearer skin, reducing breakouts, getting rid of acne, reducing acne, whatever thing you're trying to achieve, is just know your body. Everybody's body, everybody's skin is a little bit different. Just like what I mentioned, my sister has literally never had a pimple. It's so relative, and I guess that's the whole point of point number one. Know your body is recognize that you are different than other people, and you've got to be aware of yourself and aware of the things you do and keep track of it. Just make a mental note of it. Maybe take an actual physical note of it and see how different things impact you, because something that works for me might not be something that works for you, and vice versa. Certain foods, we're gonna get into foods that I have to avoid, you might not have to avoid, or things that you have to avoid, maybe it's fine for me, but just trusting yourself, knowing yourself, and becoming very aware of how different things impact you is first and foremost the most important thing. And it can take a while to learn what works for you, but you need to work with you and your doctor. If you are working with a doctor, which a lot of times a dermatologist or a doctor can be very helpful with this type of stuff. Recognize we're all different and start to figure out what things trigger your skin to break out. Number two is one of the things that I think you're gonna hear if you watch almost any acne or clear skin video, is drink water. You hear it all the time, and there's a reason. If you drink enough water and you're making sure that you're staying hydrated, you're gonna just be a healthier person, you're gonna be a happier person. It's going to help with almost everything. So much of our body relies on water. It's the easiest thing, it's the cheapest thing, it's going to help you in so many ways. So if you're just making sure that you get the proper amount of water you need every day, it's far less likely that you're gonna have to spend as much money on very expensive treatments, and it's just good for you. So even if it doesn't perfectly clear up your skin if you're getting a lot of water, it should help to some extent, and it's gonna help your overall health. So yes, drink your water. Number three is one that I was so good at it for such a long time. I was very diligent about it, and lately I haven't been. You guys see, whenever I'm drinking these, I just really like them. They're really good, and especially sometimes when I'm making videos and I feel like I need to be more energetic. My number 3 for you is avoid caffeine. And I know this has caffeine and I drink it anyway. One of those do as I say, not as I do. Honestly, that is why I have some, I don't know on the camera how much it's gonna show it to you today, but cutting caffeine out completely. Sugar, if I don't have any caffeine, don't have any sugar, I can eliminate probably 95% of breakouts for me. Because I know myself and I've seen this time and time again, I know that caffeine will make me break out. Maybe I not order the caffeinated kind next time, and I just stick to my non-caffeinated Zevia. That leads us very much into number 4, is avoid triggering foods. And this is very different for different people, but I know one of mine is sugar. If I have a lot of sugary things, I will break out. The caffeine and the sugar, those two, they make me break out. If I cut out sugar, there was probably it was like 2 years, I think, where I did not have any sugar, and that's a very long story. That was more for like focus purposes and brain stuff, but my skin looked like excellent all the time because there was no caffeine, no sugar, and that's how I really knew what a big impact the sugar had on my skin. I know if like there's something where I absolutely have to have clear skin for like a specific day, I cut out the sugar leading into that, cut out the caffeine leading into that. If you notice that you have an exceptionally bad flare-up, just start to make a mental note of like anything you ate, maybe more of, less of, or if you have a really good time with your skin, is there something you did differently? That all comes back to that first one, know your body. Number 5 is avoiding the sun. I know that's not entirely possible all the time, but I'm not even talking about just like sunscreen or whatever. We'll get into that. That sunscreen is one of them later. You're getting like a spoiler. If you avoid a ton of time in the sun, especially like a lot of time in extended periods in direct sunlight, that will help your skin. A lot of times that heat and stuff can trigger more oils being produced. It's just hard on your skin. It's just lots of things. I know that if I spend too much time in direct sunlight, not only will I fry because I am the ghostly whitest pale human, but also I am more likely to break out. Number 6, always, 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 always wash off your makeup before you go to bed every night. Leaving it on will clog your pores. For every one night that you go to sleep with your makeup on, you can expect at least one breakout sometime in the next month. Wearing makeup to bed and not cleaning it off actually can make your skin age faster. And I've read that it ages your skin up to 7 times faster if you don't clean your makeup off, which is kind of crazy. And then number 7 ties in so much with number 6. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Always, always, always moisturize after you cleanse. Just wish I could have went back and told me. 13, 14-year-old Sarah be like, stop it. Always moisturize after you cleanse. If you don't moisturize after you cleanse, your skin is going to start overproducing oils because you've just stripped away all of those oils. You want to put your nice, like, clean, non-pore clogging oils from a moisturizer on your face so your skin doesn't do that. So on to number 8. Always wear sunscreen. This is so much beyond just avoiding pimples. You're trying to prevent things like skin cancer here. It's so important every day. Please, oh please, oh please, wear sunscreen. They make very cheap sunscreens that you can pick up at Target or Walmart or your grocery store, and they're like daily non-pore clogging moisturizing sunscreens. If you've got one beauty product that you use, please let it be your moisturizing sunscreen. Number 9, avoid touching your face. All the oils and the dirt and the gunk on your fingers, you're now putting it on your face. Don't do that. I even avoid touching my phone to my face. If I have to, like if there's no other option, I'll try and go like this. I'll put it on speaker. Even if like I'm in public, I'll still put it on speaker because I will break out if I talk with my phone too close to my face. It's so weird, but I do. I've heard all the stats about how disgustingly germy your phones are. Like don't put that on your face. Which brings us to number 9. Number 9. Avoid having your hair in your face because hair has oils in it and it's gonna get all over your face. Bangs in particular can be really tricky with this. I think that's a lot of the reason that I had such really bad acne on my forehead as like 13, 14 is because I had bangs. I know that it can be tempting, especially if you do have a day where you're breaking out badly, to almost like try and hide your face with your hair. But trust me, like you are stopping yourself from having the best chance to get clearer skin. So I know that can be tricky for some people. They almost use it as a security blanket, as trying to like hide it with it. But just know that every time you hide it with it, you're just compounding the problem and making it worse, sadly. Number 11 is one that I don't think I hear a lot of people talking about usually. Avoiding acne products if you can. It can actually make you break out is using the acne products because your skin just gets inflamed. If you can do all these things and really stick to it and to know your body and find the foods and just moisturizing and taking proper care of your skin, and you can do all of this without the acne products, please like try that first. I've found the acne products, if you can get rid of it without it, can actually wind up causing it, which is crazy to think about, but especially people with very, very sensitive skin, it can make your skin worse. Number 12 is use a silk pillowcase and wash it regularly. Silk pillowcases are less likely to allow bacteria to breed in them. And they're also smoother, so they're nicer on your skin. Don't pull your skin as much while you're sleeping. And you also please still make sure you wash it. I mean, ideally, you're supposed to wash it like once a week. I probably don't wash mine once a week. It's probably once every couple weeks. It's supposed to help prevent premature aging as well because it does less tugging on the skin and it's so silky smooth and less bacteria. So all around good silk pillowcases. So number 13, I'm gonna get into is a little more intense. I feel like these were more popular a while ago. Clarisonic, they're just not like hyped as much right now, but they do work really, really well for like really getting your pores super clean. Clarisonics are not the same as those cheapy spin head brush things that you see. Don't do that. It's very like abrasive on your skin. It can actually like cause premature aging and stuff. It's hard on your skin, pulls on it. That is not what a Clarisonic is. Clarisonics just vibrate at like a certain frequency. I don't know how they, but it's like some like sonic frequency. It's just a vibration. When I had one, at first I was not using it properly and it made my skin worse and I could not understand why. And as soon as I switched one thing, I was like, it made such a huge difference. The key step that I was missing is make sure that you remove all of your makeup before you use the Clarisonic. The Clarisonic job is to cleanse. And so I thought that is, oh, it's gonna like clean my makeup off for me. No, because of the way it works, you have to take all the makeup off with makeup remover first. And if you don't, the vibrations will actually push the makeup into your pores. and cause breakouts. I wish someone would have told me that when I bought one. Number 14, we're gonna get into some natural things that you can put on pimples that are supposed to help with them, and I found to some extent help. Tea tree oil and witch hazel. Tea tree oil has a lot of great uses, even with hair and things, as is witch hazel. Witch hazel can be both anti-inflammatory and has antiviral properties, so that means it can both like kill germs and make your skin less inflamed. Number 15 we're gonna get into is there's different masks that you can try. In particular, one that I love, clay masks. I think that they can, at first, like the first time you use one, maybe almost like pull out so many of the impurities, it almost makes you break out more the first time. But after like the second, third time of using one, it can help pull any of those impurities that might be down there out. But honestly, if you're using a Clarisonic regularly, it's gonna help with that a lot anyways, but those clay masks are also very helpful. So now we're on to number 16, and we're getting into some more extreme stuff here. Over the counter, you can buy at your local grocery store, at Sephora, anti-acne products. There's 3 main ones that you see a lot of: retinol, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide. I don't know if I'm saying that one correctly, but basically pick one of the 3 is the key thing. Do not try all 3 at the same time. In fact, I think the benzoyl peroxide and the retinol, if you use them at the same time, they actually cancel each other out, and so it'll make both of them ineffective. And then if you use retinol and salicylic acid at the same time, it can be extremely harsh on your skin and make your skin worse and just be like really damaging to it. So when you're testing these out to see what works for you and learning what works for you in your body, don't try all 3 at once. You do one at a time. I love retinols for my face. They also have a lot of good like anti-aging properties. And then there's a really great like salicylic acid body wash from Murad that I can even link to it in the description that I love. I mean, I still get some breakouts on like my chest in particular, but it used to be bad, like really, 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 really bad. And as soon as I started using this body wash from Murad, it like within a week, it was so much of a difference. The benzoyl peroxide, I have never had any good luck with it, but it's, again, everybody's body's different. You might have better luck with it than me. Number 17, we're gonna get into something that's a little interesting. This is not something that I do, first of all. One of the things that make people break out is hormone and fluctuating hormone levels. I know me personally, I absolutely, even if I have like great skin all month, I'm following everything on the list, it's like near perfect. Right before my period, I will still break out. If this happens to you in such severity that it's not something you're willing to deal with, you can talk to your doctor about like the pill or some sort of hormonal birth control, even if it's not like you're not needing it for birth control purposes. But for some people, that can make a really big difference. Number 18 is definitely not something that I do or have ever done or plan on doing, but I know it's made such a huge difference for people. But there's like extreme scary side effects, and you absolutely have to get it from a doctor, is Accutane. Accutane is a pill that you take, it is prescription. For some people, it works so insanely well that they never have a breakout again their entire life after they use it for, I think it's like around like a 9-month or so year-long treatment. But the side effects are like terrifyingly scary. It's like crazy mood swings, personality changes, extreme dry mouth, all sorts of like really scary things. I don't know if I would recommend it, but I wanted to present it to you and so you're aware that it is an option that you might want to talk with the doctor about if it is something that is really, really impacting your life and you've tried everything else and you just feel like at your wit's end. But anyway, those are my 18 clearer skin, anti-acne tips for you. And so now I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What are your tips for clearer skin? What have you found that works for you? And things maybe that don't work for you, because like we already mentioned in number 1, different things work for different people. And I think if we all come together and share our tips, we might be able to help each other out down below. So I will be looking through the comments, seeing what you guys have to say, and I am excited for us to just chat about it a little bit. So if you want to see more videos like this, we do lifestyle, beauty, and fashion videos with a magical twist, which basically means there's also a lot of Disney content. Remember to subscribe and ring the little bell if you want those videos to come right to you. We put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so there's always something new coming your way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. But, ow, I just poked myself in the eye! I don't know, I feel like this just almost needs like legal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. Use your brain.
Brain stuff?